there are many kids today that don't know what a pinball machine is. It wasn't like going to a Walt Disney movie. It was more like hanging out with your friends and doing bad things. We were rock and roll in the 70s. Business was booming. Unbelievable. Demand was sky high. It was a pinball paradise.
Ah, yes. Welcome to my review for Video Pinball for Atari 2600. What's up? It's me, your boy, Paul Maxey, representing Atari and beyond. And I love pinball, but let's be honest, I'm not going to try to say that there's a pinball game for Atari that beats the real experience of playing a pinball machine in the arcade. However, my alter ego, Paul, is actually down at the arcade right now making a video about pinball for his pinball Facebook group called Pinball Players, and he's a real purist when it comes to pinball. So what do you say we connect with him via live satellite, interrupt his video he's making, and kind of screw around with him a little bit? Let's have a little fun with him, because he's a little bit serious when it comes to pinball. Let's see if we can connect.
Hey, how's it going, you guys? This is another great video from me, Paul, from the Pinball Place, making a video for pinball players on Facebook. I will tell you what, you can never create at home the excitement of playing a real pinball machine in a real pinball arcade.
That's not always true, Paul.
Hey, what do you know? It's my alter ego, Paul Maxey. What are you doing interrupting my video?
Well, I'm making my own video for Video Pinball. It's better than the arcade game, pinball.
Better than the arcade?
Well, pretty close. Let's slap it in, man, and check it out. And you can watch too.
Wow.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Paul? We're gonna fire up pinball.
What sorcery is this?
Well, the sorcerers at Atari programming way back made this video pinball game. Check it out, it's got the Atari logo right there. What do you think of that, Paul?
Wow, that's pretty impressive. But does it keep score?
Of course! It keeps score up on top, and it's got a pretty intricate scoring system, Paul. Because when you hit the bumpers and when you hit these rollovers and things...
That's pretty good. But can you tilt it like a real pinball machine?
Yeah, you can tilt it too. If you go crazy with the left and right, you can really move the ball around like a madman. Look at that.
My gods.
Yeah. You can maneuver the ball.
Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
Yeah. I knew you'd be impressed, Paul, with Video Pinball.
What sorcery is this?
Well, it's the kind of sorcery that only those programmers at Atari can do. Scoring gets pretty complicated because as you hit up these rollover lanes, whatever you want to call it, you advance the multiplier, and you can change the value of these bumpers to where it says 2 and 3, and it really, it's not too bad at all, Paul. If you really go crazy like I just did, you do end up tilting it. And that's a shame. And then you have to use the controls of moving the ball around. See the bonus? I like Video Pinball for Atari 2600. It's basic, but it gives you a little bit more than you might expect. Like this item in the middle to shoot for, and the Atari symbol there. You want to get that, and you can really go crazy with your nudging, as they call it. By moving left and right with a joystick, you can go pretty crazy with it. But if the screen turns red up here, it tilts, and then you're out of business.
Well, Paul Maxey, your Atari Video Pinball has one advantage over this arcade. You don't have to keep putting quarters in to play.
Well, that's very true, Paul. You don't have to, and we know how expensive it is down there. I'm your alter ego, I know. So Video Pinball at least prevents us from spending that much money. I like how there's these upper items here to shoot for. And this roll over here is pretty cool. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
I guess you're right, Paul Maxey. The Atari Pinball is pretty good. It is like the arcade.
Yeah, it is, Paul. I mean, I know about this stuff. Let's face it, I'm a little smarter than you.
Hey, Paul Maxey, I might be your alter ego, but I share the same body as you do, and I know what size wiener you got, so you better not start talking any trash, or I'll let your viewers know the real Paul.
No,
Okay?
let's not tell them about my small wiener. Please.
All right, we'll keep that secret to ourselves, okay?
That's good. Well, man, I'll be wrapping this video up.
Oh, you gonna wrap the video? Okay.
Yeah, Paul, would you like to say a hi to your viewers over in Pinball? You know, over...
Yeah, well, I'd like to say hi to my viewers, too, in Pinball Players in the Facebook group, because I got my own group, you know, on Facebook called Pinball Players. I know you got Atari and Beyond, Paul Maxey, but I got Pinball Players.
Yeah, I think you have a great group, man.
That's right, we're both cool.
We're both cool.
And you know what, Paul Maxey, I've always wanted to tell you, I think you're a good-looking guy.
Well, I think you're good looking too, Paul.
Well, thank you. Yeah, the girls don't know what they're missing.
No,
with
they
us, do
don't. They don't know.
Well, I'm here at the arcade, Paul Maxey, and I'm going to get back to my games. I wish you a very good video. And this is, I'll say goodbye here from the arcade. Bye, everybody.
Bye, Paul. Hey, that's great, isn't it? Now, that guy, Paul, is a good guy. He's got his own group called Pinball Players in the Facebook group. And my group, I'm Paul Maxey, and I've got Atari and Beyond, of course. He's my alter ego, that Paul. So, Video Pinball. I do think it's a great game. If you're a pinball enthusiast, you know, get the job done.
Invention. It has been a big part of American pop culture. But you might not want to print this, but pinball's slowly dying.
I was very surprised that other people were like this. I thought we were just crazy. It starts with one.
Buy another one.
And then another one.
So I'd buy 20 here, 30 here.
And I was outgrowing the family room.
60 games, 350.
Close to 600, 1,600.
And then your wife starts to say, what's going on here?
I got enough. No.
Yes.
No.
I wake up, do it every single day. Like an extension of my hand or something, I guess. Pinball is a game that adds more to life.
This is a highly recommended movie to rent or buy online, maybe from Amazon Prime, called Special When Lit.
Try to get to 20 games.
I don't want to plagiarize without giving props to the creators of that movie. It's called Special When Lit, and I highly recommend it. I really think you can buy it or rent it cheap or relatively cheap on Amazon Prime. Hey man, thanks for watching my review of Video Pinball for Atari 2600. Not a bad game, but Paul down at the arcade knows that you can't really match the real thing. Have a good night, you guys.